such a deep meaning and connection between Israel and the Philippines.
Filipinos are free to visit Israel without a visa.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
But there's an even deeper reason why some Israelis are moving to the Philippines. They see it as a promised land, or even a chosen land. Is
the chosen land. Another day, another reaction video. What's up, Philippines? Welcome back to your host Nelly. I'm going to react to a very interesting topic. I believe that this is probably also interesting for you because it is one of the videos that went viral on my channel and it made me cry. It triggered some trauma that I had and it's quite interesting. Okay, today we're reacting to the shocking reason why so many Israelis are moving to the Philippines. Wow, there is some history to that, but let's watch it together.
Over the last few years, there's been a noticeable wave of Israelis making the Philippines their new home. Recently, the trend has grown stronger, with many Israelis selling off their belongings and making a permanent move to this Southeast Asian paradise. But what's behind this surprising choice? Why the Philippines?
What is behind it?
Another Asian country? Before we dive into the reasons driving this migration, let's first explore what makes the Philippines uniquely attractive. Out of the 10 ASEAN nations, the Philippines holds a special bond with Israel, a relationship rooted in gratitude and history. In fact, Filipinos are free to visit Israel without a visa.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
It speaks volumes about the friendship between these two nations.
Very nice.
So where does this unique connection come from? It traces back to a heartfelt moment in history. Under President Manuel Quezon, was the only country in Asia to open its doors to Jewish refugees.
Yes.
That gesture of kindness has created a lasting link between the two nations, one that's drawing Israelis to the Philippines today in record numbers. Here's a piece of history that few know. The Philippines played a pivotal role in the birth of Israel as an independent nation. When the United Nations General Assembly held its crucial vote on Resolution 181, recommending the creation of a free and independent Israel, the Philippines stood among the 30 nations that voted in favor. In fact, it was the only Asian country to do so. Alongside
so the video that I was referring to that went viral was actually about the Jewish refugees coming to the Philippines and the why behind it. But yeah, I'm just very intrigued to hear what this time it is about.
Powerhouses like the United States, France, Canada, and Norway, the Philippines cast the deciding vote that ultimately sealed victory for the Jewish people in the UN. But the Philippines didn't stop there. On May 11th, 1949, it took yet another significant step by voting for UN Resolution 247, which granted Israel full membership in the United Nations. To this day, the Philippines remains Israel's most dependable ally in the Far East and within ASEAN. In contrast, countries like Indonesia, the world's largest Muslim-majority nation, are less likely to support Israel due to their alignment with Arab nations. This deep-rooted connection between the Philippines and Israel continues to shape their relationship, making the Philippines one of Israel's most unique and steadfast friends in the region. Malaysia and Brunei may keep their distance from Israel, but the Philippines stands firm as Israel's closest ally in Southeast Asia. This bond is strengthened by their shared friendships with America and NATO allies, creating a unique and enduring connection in the region. The alliance between the Philippines and Israel goes back decades. Embassies were established in Manila and Tel Aviv in 1962. And by 1997, the two nations formalized their partnership with a Memorandum of Understanding. This agreement laid the foundation for ongoing political dialogue and collaboration in fields like trade, culture, science, tourism, and even academic exchanges. The history of cooperation runs deep, starting with the first agreement signed in August 1951. Since then, they've inked 13 other agreements covering everything from visa.
So let me just say something, because yeah, I heard about the other countries and they're like, no, we're not friends. But Philippines is one of the countries that welcomes everyone. Like, there are Muslims living in the Philippines, there are Christians, there are Israelis. Everybody lives peacefully with each other, and that is just such a big statement. It is such a diverse country, it's such a hospitable country as well, and it's also very peaceful.
Of free travel to cultural and educational exchanges. Fast forward to 2020, and Israel was ranked as the Philippines' 25th largest trading partner out of 225, 28th largest export market, and 31st import supplier. In 2022 alone, trade between the two nations reached $600 million.
Whoa, what the heck?
30 billion pesos, and it's only expected to grow. By 2025,
money.
$2 billion, with investments fueling sectors like
if both countries benefit from it, there is nothing wrong about it.
Agriculture, water management, and tourism. The Philippines exports a range of products to Israel, from electronics and chemicals to live fish, canned tuna, and garments. On top of all this, Filipinos make up one of the largest immigrant worker groups in Israel.
Yeah,
about 300,000 foreign workers. And over the years, Israel has supplied the Philippines with a significant amount of military equipment, further cementing their strategic alliance.
So, I don't know if you know, but Israel has a very advanced technology, like in general. So, they are the leaders when it comes to this kind of equipment. And in regards to defense, not a bad move. Actually, very smart.
This unique partnership has stood the test of time, evolving from shared values and friendships into a powerful and multifaceted relationship that continues to thrive today. Israel has been more than just an ally to the Philippines. It's also been a valuable partner in strengthening its defense. In 2020, the Philippine Navy made a groundbreaking move by purchasing Spike-ER missiles from Israel, the first ever surface-to-surface missiles installed on their ships. The Philippines also relies on a range of Israeli-made firearms, including the Galil and TR-21, which are used by the Philippine Army and Marines. This military collaboration has only deepened the bond between the two nations. On a lighter note, tourism flows between these two countries have been booming.
Good. Yeah, I'm here for the tourism and not so much about the politics.
Filipinos visited Israel, and the Philippines has become a favored travel spot for Israelis too. Between January and August of 2023, about 15,000 Israeli tourists
that's not bad.
the Philippines.
Considering that it is such a small country.
And welcoming spirit. But there's an even deeper reason why some Israelis are moving to the Philippines. They see it as a promised land, or even a chosen land. Is
the chosen land?
Some point to the Philippines as the woman in travail mentioned in the book of Revelation, chapter 12. This idea is also reflected in the writings of Jose Rizal, the Philippine national hero.
I had no idea about that.
Noli Me Tangere crafted a parallel between the biblical Rachel and the character Sisa, who grieves over her two sons, Basilio and Crispin. In this narrative, Filipinos are symbolized by Sisa's sons, reminiscent of Rachel's sons, Ephraim and Benjamin, with the hope of return to their rightful place. Others see the hardships endured by Filipinos throughout history, like 333 years under Spanish rule, 3 years under Japanese occupation, and the Philippine-American War, as experiences that shape the nation with humility and resilience. These struggles, they say, were part of a greater purpose, positioning the Philippines as a land of promise. So is the Philippines truly the chosen land? It's a belief that continues to capture the imagination of many. Adding yet
I do have some Israeli friends in the Philippines, and they started their businesses. They came and they're like, we love it here, and they are actually really doing the best to promote the country and invite their families and friends to come to the Philippines, and everybody's like, whoa, like this place is insane. So I've experienced it firsthand. For example, there is this Siargao video where I was talking about my friend Zar's resort, which is happiness. I think the video will pop up here if it is there. It's so beautiful to see how like this friendship is coming to life, and then you see Israelis engaging with Filipinos, and it's the most beautiful thing ever. There is so much joy, there's so much laughter, there's so much connection.
another layer to the remarkable relationship between Israel and the Philippines. Back during the Spanish rule, the Philippines faced yet another threat, this time from the Dutch, who sought to
Yeah, oh my god, the Dutch.
islands from Spain.
Pure evil.
In 1646, Dutch warships arrived in
Wasn't enough to take Indonesia.
sparking the battles of La Naval de Manila, which
Oh,
raged
wow.
from March to October of that year. This battle wasn't just a clash of empires. It was a moment that shaped the story of the Philippines. At the heart of this story is a place called Lawan in northern Samar, which
Oh,
was
that looks
once part of an
pretty.
ancient kingdom
Lawan.
known as Ophir, led by a figure named Datu Lakius. The people of this kingdom were known as the Warai, a name that, interestingly, has a bit of a Hebrew ring to it.
Oh,
when
whoa.
Spain took over, they renamed
That's
the
interesting.
island from Ibabao to Samar, perhaps hinting at a connection
Ibabao.
to the homeland of Datu and his people. These early Filipinos, descendants of the
Oh.
Rhinoceros Man, Dawn Man, and Taban Man, were a diverse civilization. Over thousands of years, they intermarried with people across the islands and spread throughout the region, even reaching far-off Austronesian lands. Some say this ancient quest led them from their homeland in Israel in search of gold for King Solomon's temple. Ophir, as described in ancient records, lay across the sea from China among many islands where traders from the Moluccas, China, and Lawan
So interesting.
gathered to
Wow.
exchange goods.
We're having a history
Japan
lesson
or
today.
Taiwan didn't fit the description, but the Philippines did, perfectly. Over centuries, the writing of the people from Baybay in Lawan, or Ophir, and ancient Hebrew from Israel influenced one another, blending with scripts from nearby lands. As the Warai dialect evolved, it gave rise to Tagalog, which some believe
Wow.
retained echoes of ancient Hebrew. This link suggests
Interesting.
that modern
What?
Filipinos might carry the legacy and even the bloodline of ancient Hebrew settlers from the kingdom of Lakius. It's a story of resilience, identity, and mystery, a tale that's woven into the
Whoa, whoa,
fabric
whoa.
of Filipino heritage, and one that connects the past with the present in ways we're still uncovering. Legend has it that the Philippines is the fabled land of Ophir, the place where King Solomon sourced the gold used to build Jerusalem's temple. According to ancient lineage, Shem, one of Noah's sons, was the
This is like
forefather
going
of
so
Eve,
deep into
the ancestor of the
history.
Hebrews. From
I
this
had no
line came
idea that
Peleg,
there's
the ancestor of Israel,
so much to
and
it.
Joktan, who fathered Ophir and Sheba. Many believe this connection gives Filipinos a unique link to ancient Hebrew origins. Then
Wow.
there's Sephir, the land where the sun rises, often associated with Japan or the Philippines. This land is said to be blessed with ancient mountains, abundant natural resources, and fertile lands. Scriptures speak of Yahweh blessing this land with crops, the finest sunlight, and the best produce each season,
Wow.
drawing a vivid picture of the richness of the region. Historical texts hint that the gold for Solomon's temple came from Ophir. According to a
Okay.
document in Spain, the journey to Ophir started from the Cape of Good Hope in Africa, passing through India,
Whoa.
Burma, Sumatra, Borneo, Sulu, and then on to Ophir in the
Wow.
Pacific, likely today's Philippines, before reaching Taiwan and other islands, and eventually circling back to Israel. For many, these ancient tales connect the Philippines to an extraordinary heritage,
Wow.
a story of distant lands, precious resources, and ties that stretch back to the dawn of recorded history.
Okay, wow, I'm so mind blown. What the heck? Like, I had no idea that there's such a deep meaning and connection between Israel and the Philippines. Like, not just that historical part where President Quezon said, hey, you refugees need a home, come, stay, you're safe here. But yeah, going back to so many historical details, it's just like proof that this friendship is just something that was meant to be. And I'm very, very happy to hear that Philippines is still, you know, this open-minded country that lets people come in because Israelis cannot travel to many countries due to their religion. So yeah, there are a few countries that they cannot visit because it's a Muslim country, which is such a shame. Because I personally love to travel, as you can see on my channel Nelly's Life, and being that much restricted to where I go would be really heartbreaking for me. Because I believe that, you know, we are all brothers and sisters dangerous, and we should also just maintain the peace. So I hope you learned something new today. If you did, please subscribe and let me know what kind of video you would like to see next. And also, if you are at it, please check out my channel Nelly's Life, which will pop up here. I do some travel and lifestyle and food adventures on there, so it's a little bit of a different concept, but I believe it's bringing a lot of good vibes and joy into your life. And if you like it, subscribe. That was it for today. I'll see you guys next time here on What's Up Philippines. Bye bye.